505.
It's Mike's podcast, episode 3. Bears preview.
What's up, motherfuckers?
Hello.
All right, so 2017 NFL season kicks off. Well, it already kicked off with the Patriots and Chiefs.
That was
sick
a
of hearing,
shit
I'm
show.
sick of seeing the fucking meme with, the Patriots have the worst record in the NFL. Like, shut the fuck up. Seriously, they lost one fucking game.
I heard Brian Billick, what was it, yesterday, and he's like, same shit happens every year after week one. Oh, this team's going to go 0-16 instead of 16-0, because they're 0-1 now, and I'm
so
like,
stupid.
he's like, and the next week it'll change.
Well, anyway, fuck the Chiefs, fuck the Pats. We're here to talk about the Bears.
Bears.
I've been a season ticket holder since 2001, or 2002. Went to all the games in 2001 except the miraculous overtime comeback against the Browns. And been going ever since, man. Season tickets, missed 2 games, whole time. But anyway, let's just kick it off with, the biggest thing in the Bears off season is the trading up and drafting of Mitch Trubisky. What's your impressions of Mitch?
I like him as a quarterback. I think he's got the skill to do well. I'm not going to say he's
Definitely
going to
work in progress.
I'm not saying he's going to be a Peyton Manning or some shit like that.
Right.
But I think he can be a nice, maybe like I could even see after a couple of years being like an Andrew Luck type of level.
So you see him being a top 10 in the future?
He can.
He has the potential.
Can.
Yeah.
It's just are the Bears.
If the Bears organization don't fuck him up right away.
What are they gonna do to him? Like I said, I really don't think they should put him at all in as a starter at all this season.
Really? Just hold him out the whole season?
I wouldn't say hold him out, but like I said, if you're in like a fourth quarter situation, like just to say, and I doubt this is going to happen with the Bears, but you're in a situation and you're up 30-7 or some shit like that going in the fourth quarter.
Throw him in there.
Yeah, throw him in there and get him some reps. Don't put him in.
I'm against that. You know, because that's not the same reps as you're going to get starting out the game. The other team's tired and they're fucking. You're fresh, and I don't want to risk an injury over some shit like that.
But what I was saying was that you
don't
put him in any kind of formations that he's going to get plowed.
Right.
Put him in some safe formations.
You never know what's going to happen on the field, though.
I know, but
if he's going to play, get him out there and.
But instead of putting him in a 5-wide pattern, type of thing where they're going to pull an edge blitz and come, beat the shit out of him.
Throw him in a double tight end set or something like that.
Exactly. Put him in just a cheap I formation or a double tight end or something like that. Put him in a couple, shotgun or 7-step drops or some shit like that where you're going to minimize putting him in harm's way. Anytime you step foot on the field, you got the chance of getting injured. That's just football, and if but I would, like I said, that would be the only time I would put him in, even if the Bears are 2-8 at a certain point, and Glennon looks like he is just completely imploding. Don't do it. Let him get the.
Well, he's been named as the number 2. He's been named as the number 2,
and that made me. I still think that was a bad idea. That makes me think. See, this is what happens with the Bears. Is it makes me think that my prediction of what they're gonna do versus what I want them to do is gonna come true. Is that after game 3, game 4, and we're 0-4, and Glennon's turned the ball over 3 times or 4 times a game.
Right.
And we're getting just beat to hell, that they're going to be like, oh, we got to put Mitch in. And just like most guys who come straight out of college and are in their first season and get thrown to the wolves,
right.
They end up just completely imploding.
I think it's circumstantial, though. Now, if it's Glennon having a bunch of turnovers or maybe getting potentially injured because our offensive line is shit, then I don't want Mitch in there.
Well,
but if it's not the offensive line, if the offensive line is holding their own and protecting the quarterback well, throw Mitch in there. I say throw him in there as long as we got good protection. But if we got shitty protection, if Glennon Gumbs gets smacked because some guy comes in unblocked, I'm looking over him to the bench. I'm like Trubisky, Sanchez. Hey, Mark, butt fumble. Hey, throw on your fucking helmet. Get out there.
Exactly.
I don't want to get him hurt. That's my only concern. Go out there and suck it up a little bit. I don't care. You learn as long as you learn from sucking. That's fine. But I just don't want to see him get injured. Yeah. That's my only thing.
And that's the question that goes in there, because when it comes to lines, with the Bears this year, O-line is still
We got a pretty solid interior. I think we got good tackles. We got decent tackles too, man. I mean,
Yeah,
as long as we're not doing a bunch of 7-step drop fucking bullshit, as long as we're getting the ball out quick.
You know,
Put them on, a simplified plan, of plays that are proven to fucking work.
yeah, I just, like I said, I don't know. I just keep looking at it. It's the edges on that line that you're going.
Yeah, the tackles are suspect. I mean, Leno's been holding his own. He just got signed to another, like a 4-year contract, I believe.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's a solid player.
I think they're going to be improved over last year.
Oh yeah, I think so.
I
as
definitely
well.
think they're gonna be
There's
improved over
not
last
much to
year.
improve from. I mean,
But-
they're pretty fucking terrible last year.
Like I said, I think there's a little bit where we just kind of gotta.
Speaking of injuries, let's take a look at their injury report.
Okay.
Who's on the injury report this year? John Bullard, no status here. Let's look at the guys with status. Prince Amakamura with an ankle, so that leaves second string cornerback. I don't know anything about our secondary except they're fucking suspects, so I don't know who that
Our
brings
secondary
in.
sucked even without him, or even with him, pretty much. So.
Let's save that for like a little. Let's do a little like breakdown of the different, at least offense and defense. But let's go through the rest of the injury report here. So he's doubtful. He's not playing. Kyle Long with an ankle, questionable. Big part of the offense. I think we can get it done without him. But as far as depth, without him, it's fucking bare minimum thing.
Yeah.
Got Marcus Wheaton with a finger. It's questionable. He's starting out his Bears
The
career on the
finger.
fucking injury list. That's great. And Pernell McPhee, whose whole fucking, he's questionable along with his whole Bears career with a knee, of course.
Yeah.
He's always getting his knee scoped like 2 weeks before the season. Like, dude, we're just, I don't know the circumstances,
He's just
obviously.
injury
I'm sure
prone.
there's reasons. They're smarter than that, but like, why the fuck is he always out with a 4-week recovery process injury at fucking week 1?
There's
I
just
don't know if that's what it is,
there's
but I think it's
thi-
the other knee actually. So,
But
fuck.
there's those guys that like certain parts of their bodies are just more. They're gonna, you have that guy who's always
Right.
hurting his knee, he's always hurting his ankle, he's always hurting his hand or whatever
Right.
shit, and it's the same thing over and over.
Right. All right. Let's take a look at the depth chart here. I got the handy Chicago Bears app. Which, if you want news, don't go to the Chicago Bears app because it's always like a day late and it's always Bears positive. It's always bullshit.
Bears,
But for like rosters and stats and shit like that, I assume it's probably the best way to go. So you want to look at offense or defense first?
let's start with defense, which is probably the most positive
Defense.
aspect of the Bears right now.
Start up front. Since we're running the 3-4, the starters are listed as on the one end. We got Akeem Nicks. That dude's badass.
Yeah.
He had 36 tackles, 7 sacks last year.
The D line is like
He's a monster.
the D line is the
High
shining
motor, he's
star
good.
right now in that team. Like I think the defensive the D line is like
Right.
the one thing the Bears could build off of, especially defense.
Absolutely. Got nose tackle Eddie Goldman. He's
Yeah.
another beast. Injury concerns, not this season, but
But if he can stay
But
healthy,
behind him they got John Jenkins, who's no slouch. So,
Yeah.
so that could be decent. On the other side, they got. Now I don't know how much they're actually going to be using a second D, and there'll probably be some more linebackers in. But they got Mitch Unrain, who's basically doesn't do much wrong, doesn't do much right.
Middle of the road
He's
kinda
just like,
guy,
he's
yeah.
there. He's not a bad guy. Then Jonathan Bullard, who was on the injury report. You go to linebackers here, or in the 3-4, basically linemen, outsides at least. Willie Young on one side. I fucking love Willie Young because I love fishing, and his sack celebrations are always fishing based. Willie Young, if you somehow listen to this, I'd like to see what kind of fishing. Oh, man, I'm sure you did it all, but maybe a fly fishing. I don't fly fish, but let's see what your impression of fly fishing is. You know Willie? You like Willie?
Yeah. I think like I said, that whole. I'm really positive on like the whole. I guess when I say D line, because it is a 3-4 kind of thing.
I know what you're saying. This is the front,
the front, the linebackers.
Even with the 3-4,
and
there's like a front 4.
Yeah,
there's still a front 4.
I'm really positive with it. That's like the one thing with the Bears that I'm looking. I'm looking to see. I want to see if they can create some pressure. I want to see if they
Right.
can. Because I'm not thinking of the secondary pulling any big picks like those.
Right.
I'm not talking about mid 2000s where we would have a secondary that the safety would shoot across the middle and pick off the ball type of thing out of nowhere in a perfect throw type of deal. I mean, I'm looking for I want to see some turnovers, some fumbles, some interceptions based off of getting the pressure.
You want to see
and
that peanut punch. That
yeah,
fucking,
and I just
so good. On the other side, Well, it'll be running in and out. You got Leonard Floyd. We'll see what his is this his second year? Is this his second year?
Yeah.
See what his second year brings. Hopefully, he packed on a few pounds because I did see him get pushed around a lot, but he's got skills.
Yeah,
He's got skills.
He can move. He can move. Like I said, he doesn't have the weight like that.
Yeah,
Some
I saw him
guys
get jacked the fuck up a few times last season, but
He can move.
I saw him burn the fuck around some people. But
Right,
man,
right.
If he gets that size, and then you got Pernell McPhee. I don't really want to talk about that guy. He's a fucking beast when he's healthy. So we'll see. And then Sam Acho as well. He's a high intelligence player, high motor player. He's good.
Yeah.
He's a good player. Good backup, man. Great backup. Yeah, just something else to add about Pernell? Sorry.
No, I like Pernell. I hope he can keep it healthy and make a big impact. I think he could really.
Can we get to the interior linebackers before I go get us another beer?
Yeah.
Okay. By the way, we were drinking some Laughing Water from Scarlet Lane Brewing in McCordsville. It's pretty much like northeast Indianapolis, so go check them out. All right, interior. We got Jarrell Freeman on one side. He had a 4-game suspension last year for some PEDs. I think those are I don't know, really fickle with all the list of shit. Who fucking knows? I don't know. I don't want to get into that discussion, but I don't know the situation. Don't want to comment on it. Other side, you got Danny Trevathan. Injured last year a lot, but he looked like a beast with the Broncos, so we'll see. And then if any of those guys go down, you got Nick Kwiatkowski and Christian Jones. Kwiatkowski looked good last year. I mean, no slouch.
I mean, the nice thing is they got a little bit of depth on the chart in that thing where if a guy does get hurt, you don't have a complete knuckler behind him. So some peg-legged fucktard who's gimping around on the field. I mean, like I said, I think that's the shining spot of the Bears right now. Take out the Trubisky stuff, because he's still an unknown question. I mean, he's a rookie who's come out, but with the D-line, you got this whole unit of guys that if they can work well together, if they can communicate well together, and the defensive coordinator isn't a complete retard, I think they could, if they got the right plays and they're put in the right packages, they could make a nice impact where you could see the Bears having a really kind of like one of those defenses where it's like, oh God, we got to deal with these guys because
we can stay healthy.
And if we can stay healthy, and that's a question for every team. That's like always one of those things for every team. But taking out the injury thing, if we can get those guys to gel and are like I said, and our coordinators are putting them in the right packages and in the right formations. If we can get a lot of pressure on these guys, I think we can keep a lot of games close just by
the injuries, man.
But just by that, but like you said, there's always that whole
injuries.
thing, And last year was just a
I saw this meme the other day. It was
NFL
logos, and there was 3 or 4 real logos, and then went to the Cowboys, which was like a behind bars jail sign. But I'm not sure of the other ones. But the Bears was like a medic sign. It was literally like a fucking white with a red fucking cross in the middle, like a red plus sign. Fuck, man, they're just always fucking.
Yeah, I think the Bears were the second.
They're known for being injured.
They were the second highest team for injuries. I think number 1 was it the Cowboys last year who actually were number 1 with injuries.
I don't know.
I mean, I know they were number 1 for jail time too, but they were also
that's a good thing.
I think they had a really. Was it the Cowboys? I don't remember. I know there was one team I think that was ahead of the Bears.
Right. Well, the Bears were ahead of one team in the emoji game. I think the last one was the Browns, and it was the poop emoji. So, yeah. And they're the Browns. I mean, it's just right there, low-hanging fruit right there.
What if the Browns? What they say they went through 34 quarterbacks in 5 years?
I don't know, but
something?
The Bears would rival it. I'm sure. If we didn't have that Cutler stretch, we were nose.
No, I don't think anybody can rival the Browns. I mean, they switched quarterbacks like they switched underwear.
Fuck
man.
the Browns. Do you think we could? Do we need another beer to discuss the Bears secondary? Or can we get through it without it?
I think we can get through this because there's not much really to talk about with the secondary.
I don't know really any of them.
Well, there's just not a whole lot to talk about. It's not very good.
Yeah. Prince Amukamara, whatever the fuck his name is, I don't know. He's another washed-up cornerback. He's not going to play already. Oh, LeBlanc, I've seen that guy get carried across the field a few times. Bryce Callahan, I don't know anything about him, but he's got a really nice smile. So look at that smile. He looks like a nice kid.
Yeah.
It's the kind of kid I want to invite over for dinner or something, man. But he looks like he might fucking run some game on my wife, though. Damn. Nice-looking kid. I hope he does well. We got Marcus Cooper Sr., got really pretty eyes. I don't know who the fuck he is.
There's Super.
Sounds like a Raider. I don't know. I have no clue. Kyle fucking Fuller. He's due for a good game. He has a good game every 18 games. I've counted. He'll have like 2 interceptions, 1 for a fucking pick 6, and it's every 18 games.
And then he disappears.
So I got to do the math on
next,
that. So.
Yeah, the next 17. Yeah.
And then Sharik McManus, dude, a great special teamer. I'm not sure if I want him covering one of the corners, but I got nothing bad to say about Sharik, man. I like McManus.
Like I said, I think the secondary may look like I said if the defensive line and linebackers can put a whole bunch of pressure on, if they can squeeze the pocket and do a bunch of stuff like that, I think the secondary may look better than it actually is.
I think the whole Bears secondary could kneel during the anthem and no one would notice because who fucking knows who the fuck these guys are.
It's such a we have a lopsided defense.
The only one you notice
this
is
year.
fucking Fuller because he's wearing fucking Devin Hester's number. Like, 23. Oh, shit, it's not Devin.
Yeah.
Damn it. All right.
So,
Beer?
yeah, beer.
Pause this bitch. We're going to take
All right.
a quick beer break.
All right, here we come. We're back from our break. Uh-oh.
Got a beer here.
Uh-oh.
We get that up there. Get that mother, how's it look? You see shit? It's called Evasion from Taxman.
Taxman.
I think it's formerly Death and Taxes. I think they changed the name, but it's their yearly barrel-aged Belgian-style stout release. So we're going to crack this motherfucker and get to drinking.
Belgian stout.
Mike just flashed red at me really quick. I didn't like that. They want some.
It was peeking a tad.
Fuck that thing. So we'll cover the offense.
All right.
I don't have to look at my phone for the quarterback depth chart, so let's start on the quarterback thing. So what do you think about Glennon? What do you think about the acquisition of Glennon in the offseason?
I don't think I would have had a problem.
Wouldn't have had a problem with it if they paid him like $3 million.
It was the money. It was the money. it was the money. When you're looking at how much they paid him. Number one,
we could have just kept Hoyer and Barkley, lost as many fucking games.
And number two is that
bridged out to Mitch.
And then we drafted a guy as like our future. So yeah.
We're in heavy quarterback this year, huh?
yeah. It's a really weird. It's a really weird situation to be in because. Like I said, you've overpaid for a guy who's not. He's not a superstar. He's not even in the top 10.
God damn, that's good.
He's not in the top 10, and you paid probably what would be like a number 12 to number 8. Like in the rankings, price for a guy who's maybe like around 20.
Right.
I would say.
The only thing that made it a little bit better for me is that the Lions made Stafford the highest paid quarterback in the league.
Which that made my head scratch too, because I don't think Stafford.
Like, you got to keep him, but fuck, he really did. God damn, he was his agent. He's never won shit. Fat faced fuck. Let's take a look at the rest of the offense.
Damn,
all right,
that's nice.
Running back, yeah, that's nice.
That's
right?
real nice.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
That's you can taste the belt. You can.
I serve it at the right temp. Is that a good temp for you?
No, that's good. That's but like. Sorry, not trying to break away from the Bears, but shit, that's like got it's got the stout and the Belgian like all in one.
Yeah,
tip top.
Nice marriage. Okay, we got Jordan Howard. We really gonna sit here and talk about Jordan Howard? We all like Jordan Howard. Everybody, Jordan Howard.
Have a fine season. Yeah,
please stay healthy.
Yeah, stay healthy. Stay healthy.
13 last year. 1,313 yards last year.
I know.
6 TDs.
They need to give it. If they're smart this year, they're going to give him the ball a lot.
Yeah, they're. I mean, they think they pretty much announced to the league that they're going to be a running team first. So, down the depth chart, we got Tariq Cohen. You know about him?
Not a whole lot.
Oh, dude, you gotta Google Tariq Cohen backflip, dude. Motherfucker does backflips and catches the ball at the same time.
Oh, well, but can he catch the ball?
I know
during the
it means shit, but it's an impressive video to watch. Little fucking human joystick, dude. Comparing him to Darren Sproles. I'm excited about this kid. I want to see him on special teams. I want to see him what he can do. Little scat back type things. Maybe get him out in some space. Oh man, I'm excited to see what they can do with him.
Yeah, I'm curious as like the wide receiving core just in.
I'm gonna pull this video.
General, I think a lot of guys can catch. Mm-hmm. Like I think the difference between like a serviceable wide receiver and a great wide receiver, like a great wide receiver is the guy who's like, who can jump into that weird
Right.
position, or like a guy like Hines Ward used to be, the over the middle guy who would catch the ball and get plowed,
Right.
but still hang on to the
Take that
ball and
shit,
move
yeah.
on. You know, that's a great wide receiver. But
Oh shit.
I think what we could be okay is if we had serviceable wide receivers that if you throw it 7 yards and he's there, just grab the goddamn thing.
Yeah. You know what? We lost a big one. Let's not go there yet to the
Okay.
wide receivers. I want you to see this video, dude. Just press play on that. We're not showing any videos or anything or even audio on YouTube, so don't take us down. That's pretty impressive either way.
Yeah, but
I know it has nothing to do with
I
fucking...
don't know. It's cool. It's cool. It's just
He fucking does a backflip. Google Tariq Cohen backflip catch.
If I had this thing set up,
He does a backflip and catches 2 fucking balls at the same time.
If I was better with this software, I could put a little thing up in the corner that
No,
showed
because
that
we'll get
thing.
pulled from YouTube and shit. Showing other YouTube shit.
No, not if we use it in fair use. If it's only a couple second clip, it's okay. And as long and then if we're not monetizing,
And it's not
our
like
stuff,
it's a video that's like
no, we're
somehow
just showing that little clip.
monetizing
Yeah,
it.
we're not using. You got like
Okay.
so many seconds of a clip, and as long as it doesn't, there's all this fair use stuff that goes on. So.
Yeah, I just spit out shit that I heard other places. Got Benny Cunningham, vet, good special teamer,
Yeah.
and then Taquan Mizell. I don't know who the fuck that is, man. But he got Peanuts number. Then we got a fullback, Michael Burton. Yeah, he looks like a nice guy.
If he can block, he'll be okay.
Yeah, yeah.
If he can block.
I prefer my fullbacks with like who was that back in the day that always had this permanent cut right there? He played for the Raiders.
Oh,
I don't know his fucking name, but John Ritchie.
The only fullback,
Why is
I remember
that going
is,
in my
is,
mouth?
is what was it?
Maybe
Was it
that's
Matt,
his name.
was it Matt Suey for the Bears back
Oh,
in
yeah.
the day? You know,
Fuck
but I want my fullback to be able to block. You know, just block.
Right. What's his name? You know, I gotta look it up on the phone now. It's just gonna get boring for people. So what's that? Everybody, people know right now. They're like, it's fucking this guy, man. You fucking idiot. What's his name? God damn it. Sorry. Say something, Mike, so it's not so weird. Oh, John Ritchie. I was right. Okay, never mind.
Oh,
Let's go back to the
yeah, I
Bears.
remember
Remember that guy? He
yeah.
always had the fucking
Yeah,
permanent
yeah,
cut
I
from his
remember
helmet.
Richie, yeah.
Just bashing people with his fucking head. Gotta love guys
Now
like
he's
that.
got brain damage or something.
Oh, I'm sure he's fucked. Let's go out to the wide receivers, man. Fucking lost Cam Meredith in a preseason game. Fuck. Love
Yeah.
Cam. I love Cam. I've followed his whole fucking career, man. Always thought he looked good at like the family nights and you know, during camps and things like that. Finally got some real chances to play, and he gets fucking injured, man.
I think, you know, like I said with the wide receivers, I think if they can just at least.
Let's say who else we got before we start
Yeah,
saying all
yeah.
of them. So we got Kendall Wright as well, who's looked good in the preseason. Deontay Thompson, who is mainly special teams in the past, but I think he can play a little receiver.
But
Trey
I think when
McBride
they put like in a
III.
5 wides, you know, thing or something
Right.
like that, you know, toss
Right.
him in type of thing for just an option.
And you got Marcus Wheaton, who's on the injury report, Josh Bellamy, who can't fucking catch, and Kevin White, who can't stay healthy.
Yeah.
So yeah, the receiver game is fun. I mean, that
Kevin White, I think, is gone after this
yeah,
year.
I think so too.
I think he's gone. They don't want his contract. I think doesn't his contract end this year or whatever it is, and
Yeah.
he'll be gone.
I think so. I mean, unless dude, I hope he steps up and impresses, but I'm not looking. It's not looking.
well,
like
he's been what? It's 4 years now that they've had him.
I think it's his third year.
Or third year. Okay, third year, and he was on a 3-year contract. If after 3 years you can't stay, you know,
If after 3 years your game played total
Is three.
doesn't equal a fucking season at least,
yeah, I mean,
get fucked.
I just, you know,
You
and
better
like I
play
said,
at least 13 games this year, son.
it's a shame to see a guy who has like a whole bunch of potential, right? He had potential to be this great guy.
I didn't hate the pick either. I was like, fuck, I wanted
No,
Amari
yeah.
Cooper, but
But
he was a higher
unfortunately,
draft pick.
if you can't play, you can't do the job, and if you can't do the job, well, then you know you kind of gotta go. You know, hate to say it. If he can stay healthy, and all of a sudden he comes out of the woodwork and starts, then you might
I'm
want
in.
to try to reevaluate.
I'm
But
in.
you know,
Yeah, I'm in. I
shit.
still might, maybe shopping for something. I don't know.
I'd still
We'll
be
see.
shopping for
Yeah,
something.
we'll see. We'll see. And then another interesting position, I think that's going to have to carry a lot of the load, is the tight end position. I think we got some studs on tight end, honestly. I mean, I don't know. Deion Sims, I've always liked that guy. He looks like a good signing. I think he can do all the things. I don't know if he can do them well. Zach Miller, He's a great
Yeah,
tight
Zach
not a
Miller-
great
yeah,
tight end, but a good
I
tight end if he can stay healthy.
Yeah.
And then the rook, Adam Shaheen. He's got Gronk size, but Division 2, 3, something like that. Skills, I don't know. That's where he played in Division 2 or 3. I'm not sure.
It was Division 2 that he played in. I guess I wish more teams would use their tight ends more.
Sure, I mean tight ends get used a lot. It's just for you mean for receiving.
For like receiving stuff, like especially like on like some like some I formations where they use them for blocking, run blocking, this blocking, that blocking, type of stuff
Right.
like that. And I mean, it's an integral part, especially, like if you're doing like an edge run or something like that, you want the tight end to come off and pull that lead block or whatever. But, I wish we had a guy who had hands. Because who did we have? Who was that guy?
Zach Miller can catch.
Yeah, but who was the guy we had? Man, we just threw
Just
him
can't
away.
stay healthy.
That we threw him away.
Oh, Greg Olson?
Oh, Greg Olson.
Oh, yeah, that was fucking retarded.
And I'm just like, you got a guy
Sorry,
who
I don't
can,
like that word, but
you got
comes out of my mouth.
You got a guy who can block, he can catch, and you just throw him away, because the Bears at the time, well, they couldn't use a tight end to save their soul at that time anyway, so.
No. He was probably our top fucking receiver.
Yeah.
I mean, I think our next best receiver, or I think our top receiver that year was like Johnny Knox or something.
Yeah. No, like I said, if they...
No disrespect to Johnny. I fucking love Johnny.
Yeah. No, I just...
Except that game where he got injured and his career got fucking shortened or got ended.
We got some good run blocking tight ends and stuff like that, and if they can use their hands and catch that, that short flare or,
Right.
or that, whatever types of pass that, right off the edge there or something like that. If we can use them that way, that's good. And like I said, I think we need all the blocking we can get up on the line, on the O line though, type of thing. So
I like our line, man. We're gonna miss Sitton a little bit. I don't know how long he's out, but
some double.
He wasn't on the injury report. Maybe he's not injured.
I don't think. I think he was kind of had some stuff in the preseason, and then.
Well, let's see. It's center. Got he played center last year because Grassley was out, and I think he's going to start. I mean, he's going to start at center again. Cody Whitehair, he was a fucking beast. I'm pretty sure he was a Pro Bowler.
Yeah, I was even listening.
Our interior line's good.
Who was it? Was Olin Kreutz even was saying that he had good things to say.
You got
about
Grassley,
him.
who his first year was a fucking turnstile. Let me tell you, he sucked, but he's the kind of guy that's going to improve. He's a smart guy, and he's going to use every ounce of his fucking ability.
Yeah,
and he's got plenty of it. On the rest of the interior line, I mean, the guards, we got Josh Sitton. And Cody Whitehair can play guard in a pinch and move Grassley to center.
Yeah.
Kyle Long. I mean, we're not super deep, but we got some studs.
Like I said, their number one job right now is just provide protection.
Yeah. I think their number one job is run blocking, actually, which will ultimately provide protection because the quarterback's just handing the fucking ball off.
Right. But I think their number one job should be because
they're a great run blocking line.
Yeah, and they are.
Maybe not great, but
we have a good running back.
They can open up holes.
But we have a good running back who,
We got depth at running back, too. I was sorry to see Langford go. I like Langford, but, I mean, I get it.
I mean, the nice thing is that what's going to be the sign is that can we run it up the middle with the guys? That's
Yeah.
are they going to open the gap? And
I'm going to tell you right now,
I'm
go on record as saying they can run it up the middle.
and then run the edge, run off tackle.
They can run
like
between
that.
guard and tackle. I think they can run off tackle.
So
I think they can. Their running's not going to be the problem.
Right, I'm saying, but
ball protection, I think, is going to be the main focus on offense.
And I think that's the thing is because we got a running back who can actually kind of.
Yeah, I think we have a defense that'll be able to hold their own as long as we can stay out there for a fucking few series or something, or a few a few downs, or
if we don't go 3 and out every goddamn time.
Yeah, right. If we don't do that,
I mean,
a few first downs. If we need to get them some rest.
If we can pick up yards and try. That's the thing about running is that you run the clock if you run.
Clock management is huge. Look at wins, losses, and time of possession. They coincide most of the time.
Yeah, and I think we need to start being able to run the clock and not if we get behind by 3 points, we're not going to get all panicky and stupid and stuff.
Step out to the tackles. We got Bobby Massey on one side, former Cardinal, been with us a couple years, serviceable. Tom Compton after him. He's ugly son of a bitch. Kind of looks like Jason Bean. If you listen to this, Jason, shout out Bean. On the other side, got Charles Leno, just signed that other contract. Definitely serviceable to good.
Yeah.
And Bradley Sowell. He looks like a fucking serial killer, dude. Like one of those white fucking Seriously, look at that guy. Looks like a white, clean-cut guy. He looks like either a CEO or a serial killer.
God, he reminds me of somebody, and I can't remember the name of another like more
Just
popular.
Google Bradley Soel. He can either be your best friend or he might fucking kill you.
They could put him in American Psycho instead of Christian Bale, and he'd probably work. With
Right,
the
he's like a
face,
Christian
yeah.
Bale. Like, hey, he might be a really cool guy. He might be a complete fucking psycho. I don't
Yeah.
know. Either way, he's probably a great actor too, just like Christian Bale. Shout out to Christian Bale, the best. Have you ever seen The Fighter?
Yes.
The Fighter is an excellent
Yeah.
movie. If you haven't seen The Fighter, go see The fucking Fighter. You got Mark Wahlberg, and I think, Batman's best performance. Do we call him Batman now, or does he have a diverse enough career to get away from just being Batman? I think he does. All right, special teams. We got a lot of good special team upgrade. We got Sharik McManus. He's a beast on special teams. Got Benny Cunningham. He can return and play special teams.
This is one thing
and
I don't know.
tackle.
I haven't looked into much about as a special team.
I mean,
so.
our long snapper got hurt. So, not that we had much consistency at that position anyway after Patrick Manley left. 65, come back, we need you. I mean, after Gold, fuck. Our special teams, as far as the kicking game, I don't like seeing on the field. The punter is coming around on me, Pat O'Donnell.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
I don't know.
After the whole kicker fiasco,
We sucked 2 years ago on special teams. Our special teams is ever improving, and we'll be fine. That's all I say about that.
I just remember like I said, the kicking game. I remember that whole fiasco. It's like I was like, why did you get rid of him?
Special teams is as good as your backups, basically.
How many games did he win for you?
Right. I was a little pissed at Robbie, too. He was missing because I wasn't used to Robbie missing. Fuck.
Yeah.
What the hell? I think that's one of the few athletes I didn't completely unfollow after they left the Bears.
And then they thought the grass was going to be greener on the other side, and they got a guy who missed even more than him when he was in a slump.
Right. But Connor's serviceable. Connor Barth.
You know, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Fuck the Bears special teams. They gave me a lot of. They used to be so fucking good.
So here's the thing for the Bears. Here's
2006, they were like, well, Rex Grossman went to a quarterback. Well, dude, fuck that. The defense and special teams took him to that Super Bowl.
But here's the deal with the special teams this year. And it's going to be a job for the offense. So don't get into an area where if he has to kick a field goal, it's not a 50-yard goddamn field goal.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't think they'll attempt any 50-yarders. I think that they will suck it up and have Patrick Manley not drop it in one of the coffin corners. Cause
Yeah.
I think he's more of a power punter than a fucking finesse punter.
he can boot the he can boot the
We
fucking
drafted
thing.
a punter back in the day.
But
They're just showing his highlights. Look at him tackle people. Like, who gives a shit? He's a punter.
yeah, he's a punter. His
Like, if
job's
they
not
get down to fucking the punter, they probably got a fucking touchdown anyway.
right.
The fuck? What do you think, man? Let's see. Let's do official record prediction. Hold on. Let's see here. I had a little list of shit to had some loose guidelines for this little podcast here. Oh yeah, record prediction was the next thing. I think that we can wrap it up. Honest record prediction.
Even though I'm kind of positive about certain aspects of the Bears, like I'm positive about certain defensive aspects.
Think the season, you know.
And I see some things like with the offense that I kind of like. Like I said, our running game. I like our running game. I like I still can't go more than 4-12.
Can't go more than 4-12.
Because my problem with it is the coaching and this might be like me
Coaching sucks.
hanging on to
Just blanket statement.
just being a Bears fan.
Sure, we have good coaches, but
For being a Bears fan for so many years,
not the head coach.
is that they find a way. The Bears organization, generally coaches, stuff like that, find a way to fuck it up. They find a way to fuck it up,
Right.
and not be smart. And
I'm guilty of being like, dude, why the fuck would you call that? Like, blatantly obvious, like, why would you do that right then? But then I never give him credit for, like, oh, I would have never fucking did that. And
Right.
I never got those 25 yards. Wow, a nice play.
right, well, and you're going to have
It's
that.
when they
but-
don't do the right thing in the common sense situations, like fucking if you're on the half-yard line, what's the play to what play? Let's just see if maybe I'm just really opinionated on this one play. What play would you run if you're on the half-yard line? Say first down.
Oh, half-yard line, first down. I'd stack the line and run it right in.
Would you run with a running back?
Yeah.
Okay, I would. I'd QB sneak.
You QB sneak.
Especially with Glennon. He's tall. That's the only thing. That's might be the only thing. You fucking hike the ball to him, get a
Right.
big push,
No, I
fucking
guess-
sneak the ball in somewhere. Hey, touchdown, ref. Good.
I guess it would always it would also
Why go 3-4 yards into the backfield when you can just be like, hike?
right. Well, but but if you compress it, and you have your running back, you run it. I would actually because I don't think I'd run it right up the middle. I think
Here's
I'd
what the
actually
Bears
kinda
will
run
fucking
it
do. They'll
off.
be like, whoa, first down, half-yard line. Well, we can fucking try to pull something off. Let's fucking try to throw to one of the corners and get it picked off. Like,
Yeah.
that's stupid, dude.
But
Run a
that's what
QB
I'm
sneak.
saying
I'm
is-
fine with a
like
halfback
you-
dive.
like you
I'm
would-
fine with a halfback dive as well.
Like you and I are talking about like okay, we have inches to go,
Right.
so let's
Why go back any further than we have
Why-
to?
or why hold
Give
on to
the
it
quarterback
and try to
fucking
think-
put it over the line.
like
And
if,
don't put it up. Find a little hole down there.
if you were passing all over them all day long, I could see maybe on first down being like, well, let's try a stupid pass, but
Fuck that, dude.
but here's the deal with it is
Fuck
that you
that.
got to have a quarterback who
I'm running
knows.
on first down. I'm running on second down. I'm running on third down.
But the thing
On the
is that
half-yard line, you don't deserve a fucking touchdown if you can't run it in.
but here's the deal with it is that the only reason I would say pass, it'd be a
You
rare.
can do a little fullback sneak out of the fucking backfield, fake pass,
like a flare or some
Run
bullshit
that
off of there.
shit.
Yeah. But I mean, for the most part, like I said, my initial reaction would be, I'm just going to run it. We're going to stack the line,
Yeah.
and we're going to run it in.
Hey, we're a little bit better than you right here, and we got the benefit of the doubt because we only got to go 6 inches or what,
Right.
Well, half a foot.
Yeah, and if you lose,
18 inches.
if you do lose anything, it's a yard maybe.
Right.
You're not getting picked off. You're not getting sacked 7 yards back.
Right. I'm a sneak, dude. There's probably audio somewhere. I've said it so loud at some game, just yelling, "Sneak, sneak."
Yeah.
Anybody? Billy or Brian's probably heard it.
I've just seen the sneak work. Like its success ratio generally isn't.
Oh bullshit! Fuck off. Let's end this. Fuck. Everybody, I'm going to give you the definitive thing right here. I've been to way more Bears games than this guy, and we should have snuck 75 times at least. We'd have at least 25 more wins.
You're like on the 50-yard line with like 1 yard to
Man.
go, and you're saying QB sneak it for the first down.
No, dude. Only on the fucking goal line. Or if it's fucking 4th and inches, sneak. Fucking give it to the guy.
Yeah.
Get a little bit of push.
Oh, I do think on 4th down.
Here's the idea. The guard, and the center go after these two fucking front guys. Or if they match up even, fine. Still go after 2 guys and run fucking behind those 2. Get your 3 guys on 2 guys, run it behind them, QB sneak. Big fuck. All you have to do is get the exchange right. And you got to get the exchange right on a handoff too, so
Yeah.
fuck. Let's end this, man.
Okay.
All right, my official prediction. I'm gonna go 6-10. We're gonna have a rough stretch. We got a beast of a fucking schedule coming
That's
up,
the
guys.
thing too. That's what I.
But then eventually we get into teams like, the Lions are going to underachieve like always. The Vikings are going to have a stout defense but probably suck. Packers are going to beat us both times. Sorry.
They always.
And yeah. All right. Let's wrap it up, man. Let's maybe record another one, drink some more beers.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
Take
Mike's
it
and
easy.
Mike's episode 3, Bears preview. We'll see you out there tomorrow. Later.
Goodbye.